Saya rasa jawapan Datuk tu menyentuh beberapa persoalan yang ditimbulkan tadi, termasuklah the manipulation of the database dan sebagainya. So saya rasa okay for the first round. Kita ambil soalan satu-satu Datuk before tadi ya. Jelas. Okay. Nanti saja. Sila. Ada mikrofon kan Datuk?
Saya nak jawab. Itu soalan besar tu.
Ya, kalau Datuk boleh respon selepas tanya soalan ni. Foreign workers, okay, I will take that. Yeah, okay.
Hello, Datuk Tan Sri, and also honourable panel, plus our host, Sinar, Harian. Now, I'm a Malaysian.
If you can introduce yourself.
Sorry. I'm Mustafa Ong. I'm sure if you're bloggers, you know me. But I'm a very dedicated government servant for 34.5 years, and I work both in the foreign sector as well as the home sector.
If you can make the question quickly.
Alright, question first. I have one very important question that I would like to address to Datuk Ambiga. You were telling us about vote buying in Sabah, which I agree. I don't dispute that. But I am a Chinese by birth, but a second-generation Muslim, but I've been brought up in a Malay environment in Kelantan and also in Johor. Now, I would like to say that whether the Chinese they like me or not, because Chinese are compulsive gamblers. And I want the SBR to go into that, the MACC to go into that, whether there is a truth that they will vote buying. True gambling. We are compulsive. Most of Malaysians, we see we are compulsive gamblers. So SPR and MACC, it is their duty to go in there and investigate this problem of vote buying. I don't agree vote buying, but it's vote gambling. That's number one. I hope Datuk Ambiga will go into that. Seriously.
Okay.
Number two. One more question.
Lagi sikit.
Okay, one more question, very, very simple. Datuk Ahmad Omar was talking about the inefficiency in the National Registration Department. You know, when you report death and all that, it goes to them, right? And they have to change the database. Right? But unfortunately, being in the government for 34.5 years, I can safely say that most government ministries and departments are not efficient enough. That's the point. But if they are not efficient enough, even we have the best system like the biometric, we cannot base on the database in the department, which is correct. I agree. Because then you find people who died 100 years ago, their names are there because they are not efficient.
And the question is?
The question is, how are we going to amend it? How are we going to relate to the National Registration Department and ensure that they have a updated kind of database? So that the SPR can follow that and make everybody happy.
Okay.
And everybody can vote.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Good. Saya minta Datuk ada dua soalan dulu. Foreign workers and vote buying.
Saya nak jawab soalan tadi dulu ya. Sebab ini salah satu benda yang saya baca media, banyak orang buat macam-macam persepsi ya. Kita ada pendatang tanpa izin. Kita ada orang yang memegang kad nalam merah di negara kita ni. Baik. Kalau tuan-tuan faham, orang-orang politik Suhaizan mungkin faham cara sistem kita membuat pendaftaran pemilih. Sesiapa yang mendaftar sebagai pengundi dia kena tunjuk my card. Okay. Setiap orang ada 12 digit identifier nombor my card ni. Baik. Apabila dia daftar sebagai pengundi, the moment kerani SPR key in the 12 digit identifier, terus keluar sama ada orang tu warga negara atau bukan warga negara. Kalau orang tu bukan warga negara, sistem akan terus reject because everything is computerized. Baik. Jadi sistem akan reject. Sistem akan reject kalau ada pendatang tanpa izin, pemegang kad merah nak cuba mendaftar, nak menipu. Kalau ada wakil parti politik, yang nak cuba mendaftar orang nak menipu. Sebab itu sistem akan reject. Sebab itu minggu lepas SPR mendedahkan ada beberapa penolong pendaftar pemilih yang kita lantik cuba nak menipu SPR, menyerah borang-borang orang yang tidak layak. So kita ada sistem. Kita dah beri taklimat pada semua wakil-wakil parti politik yang kita lantik sebagai penolong pendaftar ni. Sistem kita tidak boleh ditipu because it is all online checking. Kalau the person is bukan warga negara, terus keluar bukan warga negara, tak layak. Nak tekan pun the next system tidak akan terima lagi dah, because it already locked there. Jadi itu satu. Jadi jangan risaulah, kita ada ramai pendatang asing. Kita jangan risau. Hanya warga negara saja yang akan berada dalam daftar pemilih. Dan warga negara tu sekarang ni memang bukan semuanya hidup. Daftar pemilih kita ni 12 juta saya sebutkan. Tiap-tiap hari ada orang meninggal dunia. Tiap-tiap hari ada orang meninggal dunia. Apabila orang tu meninggal dunia, dia dah jadi nama saja ada, tapi body dah meninggal dunia. Tetapi walaupun anak saudara dia telefon SPR, pakcik saya dah meninggal dunia, there is nothing SPR can do. Dia kena pergi ke Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara, update. The moment dia pergi ke Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara, update, in fairness to Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara, straight away dia akan update, because they are using computer system now. Jangan kita kata dia tidak cekap ke apa. Saya dah tahu sangat perkara ni. The moment saudara kita lapor dia meninggal dunia, dia minta permit mengubur. Tunjuk permit mengubur, dan terus dia key in semua dalam permit mengubur tu, semua ada nombor my card, everything. Key in, klik meninggal dunia. The moment dia klik meninggal dunia, SPR punya database meninggal dunia. It's just like that. Okay. Tak, tuan-tuan tak buat kerja, tuan-tuan tak tahu. Okay. So tadi Prof Shamsul ada soalan mengenai government efficiency. Introduce lah macam mana sekalipun sistem yang baik-baik, tapi the government machinery is still inefficient. So macam mana nak address?
Saya ni makin lama saya duduk ni, saya terasa jadi pelakon tambahan. Ada hero, ada heroin. Saya tak tahu saya orang jahat ke orang baik. You tell me one government which is efficient. You tell me one, then I will answer your question. What, Singapore government? Which government in the world is efficient? British government? I don't like to be hacked. So, therefore, it's not assumption. The reality is there are varieties of inefficiency and levels of inefficiency. The question now is, how can we track this inefficiency? How can we map out this? I think that is the one that we have to think about. We are not going to abolish, like the way we want to abolish poverty. Poverty is always there. The middle class now, I call it invisible poverty. There's an invisible poverty among the middle class. They have very small disposable income because they are all on higher purchase now. So they have no money to eat. So it's very difficult to abolish poverty, as much as very difficult to abolish efficiency. But we must keep track. And of course, movement like this and groups like this, is our job to keep track. And I think what Bersih is doing, it partly is looking at that. So this issue like that. So it's embedded in what Bersih is trying to do is that, tracking that efficiency. Even though they didn't put number 9, government inefficiency. I mean, that's what I feel. So, you are government servant for 34 years, you have proclaimed publicly that inefficient. What more evidence do you want?
Ramai lagi angkat tangan. So, I think your suggestion mengenai Bersih patut look into vote buying, I think we'll just take that as a suggestion.